I still can't believe it. Back in February, I somewhat jokingly talked about the idea of having an Ungoy leader as part of Halo Wars 2. Now, 6 months later, here we are talking about the legendary Yapyap, the Destroyer! The gruntiest of grunts, an Ungoy like no other. Once a sub-deacon in the Ministry of Sanitation, Yapyap's life changed drastically since he was forced to join the Banished. He quickly moved up the grunty ranks, often because he failed to avoid eye contact quick enough when a job needed to be done, and now commands all the Ungoy in the service of the Banished. Now, from atop his throne of woe, Yapyap leads his fellow Ungoy in a rebellion, and on a quest to find the fabled golden methane hydrate mines of Saboteur that reportedly lay hidden on the Ark. And he's confident that Kig Yar wouldn't lie. Nah, never. Yapyap wears what looks to be the Prophet of Truth's crown on his head, with a handmade replica of Installation 00 attached to it. He also has carved on his chest plate images of grunts bowing down to him. At his disposal, Yapyap has a number of new units and abilities to throw at his enemies. First, replacing normal grunt units are the Cannon Fodder, an Ungoy unit led by a Grunt Heavy that is free to deploy, costing only time and population, no resources. Though the Ungoy in this unit are otherwise unarmed and cowardly, swarms of Ungoy can be useful to scout, choke enemy positions, and rush the battlefield. Cannon Fodder can be upgraded to utilize the ancient Ungoy art of ankle biting to give units a weak close combat ability and slow enemy units. They also have the Refer a Friend upgrade, which equips them with self-healing thanks to a special copy of Yapyap's best-selling book on leadership and some bandages. Next we have Grunt Heavies. Heavy doesn't describe the weapons they use, but the Ungoy themselves, as they have been augmented by powerful machinery on the Ark. Whatever augmented these Ungoy, I can't help but wonder if it might share some relationship to whatever the prophets used to create prelates. Prelates, if you aren't aware, were Sanchayum who were augmented by a Forerunner device kept in the Sacred Promissory. Grunt Heavies wield standard issue plasma pistols, while the squad leader can swap to a fuel rod cannon. This cannon can be upgraded with the Party's Over ability, allowing them to shoot an EMP to disable vehicles and aircraft. Units can also be expanded with the My Plus One upgrade. The Heavies are said to be led by the Ungoy known as the Shadow Master of Buwan, a red beret wearing grunt spoken of in whispers, who teaches his disciples ancient Balaho martial arts and rope knot tricks. After that, we have a recognizable mech unit, one I'm very excited to see here, the Grunt Goblin, also known as the Balaho Battlesuit. We all know these fearsome battlesuits from Halo 5, and Yapyap can summon up to 3 to the battlefield. They start with the Needle Cannon we all know and hate from Warzone, but can be upgraded with the Shard Storm Launcher, another frustrating ability. A further upgrade also lets them inspire nearby units, allowing them and the Goblin to move faster for a period of time. Sadly, no Scarab Cannon like we see in Halo 5, but nevertheless the Goblins are a force to be reckoned with. Next is the new Methane Wagon, a modified Shadow Transport. These rickety vehicles emit a cloud of methane that gives nearby units enhanced damage and aggression. Methane wagons can also deliver clouds of the infusion-rich stuff via catapult attachment. When destroyed, as expected of anything holding that much methane, it explodes violently. As a side note, even in this manner, it's actually kinda cool to see the Shadow return. Their appearance in Halo 2 was brief, but they left an impact. Our final new unit are Brute Riders, Ungoy that literally ride brutes. The brutes punch things, while the Ungoy shoot at pretty much anything that moves. The brutes can be upgraded to wield Ungoy-engineered plasma-powered gauntlets. As one would expect, this pairing is far from perfect. Some riders develop unhealthy obsessions with biofuels, power management, and gladiatorial fights. Others will sometimes suffer fatal accidents when they are too bossy with their rides. Like other leaders, Yapyap has a number of unique abilities at his disposal too. First is the Shade Drop, which drops a few Ungoy shade turrets onto the battlefield. Next we have Grunt Dome, a portable shield generator. Then we have Methane Party, which drops bombs of explosive methane to destroy enemies. It also makes nearby Ungoy go berserk and stuns nearby enemies. After that we have Guilt Trip, which reduces the veterancy gains for enemies. Get Back Out There, which for a short time returns fallen units to nearby bases. Surprise Party, mines which burst with confetti and a temporary veteran cannon fodder squad. And the classic Glassing Beam. Where does Yapyap get a Glassing Beam? Don't ask. Finally, we have Yapyap's most powerful ability, Please Don't Shoot Me. By begging for mercy, fighting on the battlefield comes to a temporary halt. That means no offensive abilities and no hero abilities unless already activated. And that's Yapyap the Destroyer. 343 have certainly taken full advantage of Halo Wars 2 non-canon multiplayer, though one can't help but wonder if certain elements might be canon. For example, I could certainly see Atriox having a few Grunt Goblins in his service. Hikabe from the Halo Envoy certainly did, but the canon is hardly the focus when it comes to Yapyap. Instead, the focus seems to be on Mad Max references, as I'm sure more than a few of you picked up on. Although, and this may be unintentional, I got some serious 40k vibes specifically in relation to that universe's version of orcs. Any 40k fans watching will know that, if nothing else, they would appreciate the banished red. The red ones go faster! But that wraps up the leaders for the season pass. I hope you enjoyed this series, and look forward to 2 more coming with the release of Awakening the Nightmare. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing, and sharing it around. You are the reason I get to keep doing this, so thank you, profusely thank you.